I believe that as principal, I also need to be as current as possible, and in order to be able to advise students and parents, so I need to learn. And as the saying goes, it's never too old to learn. So yeah, I'm together with the year 1 students, oogling and doodling with the robotic sets and programming. Yeah, I'm not shy to say that. Let me move on to the next area of our USP, which I think is equally important to share, is the area of math and science. If we look at the general condition that is taking place around the world, there is a decline in terms of interest, in terms of involvement or careers that are chosen by students for maths and science. This decline is actually very worrisome in the era of Industrial Revolution 4.0, IR 4.0. Reason being because we need more scientists, more people who advocate and participate in the area of maths and science. And as we had shared in the earlier segment, as the national curriculum had taken a move towards higher order thinking skills, the questioning for the exam questions for science became much tougher, and we had to approach it differently. So we had introduced, we were privileged enough to be chosen as one of the inquiry-based science education schools, and today we are in IBSC Pilot Center School. I think this is very, very powerful. This is very, very powerful for the school because the approach of science in the school is very different from how a general school would approach it, or how we used to approach science. And when we talk about mathematics, for instance, the same issue we face in terms of the level of higher order questions for maths. So we needed to take a different approach, and we introduced Singapore Maths. But what we like to state is that in the area of STEM and also in the area of maths and science, we have our teachers who are trained in a specific area, specific a major in science. For instance, in chemistry, they might not be STEM literate, but because they are science teachers, we take them in, we retrain them, we upskill them, and we provide them the resources to pick up the knowledge and pick up the skills in order to be able to deliver to the students. And I think one of the USPs in the school is our cohesiveness and our nimbleness of our faculty members, our teachers, who are willing to take the challenge to learn, relearn and reskill and upskill. Ladies and gentlemen, to our panel, as we are focusing on many important aspects to enhance our education experience for our children, our students in the school. Sometimes we do wonder whether all our parents understand and appreciate what we are doing. Some of these aspects that we are rolling out is kind of difficult to coin, kind of difficult to understand. But I think the appreciation is there from the feedback that I get. But generally, you all are in contact much closer with the parents. How is the parents' feedback in terms of us rolling out these very niche programs for the benefit of the children? Maybe Norma, you want to start up?
Well, what I can say is we have many parents who are very, very supportive. They are with us. Okay, whatever programs that we have, that we prepare for the children, they appreciate it. However, we maybe have one or two, they are not in the end, they understand and they are receptive of what we are doing for the kids.
How about at secondary?
Yeah, I agree with Puan Norma actually. Parents are very supportive, but there are parents at first will question why we do that, why would we introduce that kind of program. But when we explain to them, I think they will understand and they will support us 100%.
And I think the parent feedback in terms of our rollout for the STEM program, because we roll out at a certain level in 2021, parents whose children were at different levels where the rollout was not effective had actually come back and asked why my child, has got no STEM computer science program, Norma, maybe you want to share,
Actually, if you are talking about when we introduce STEM to the kids, yeah, we started with computer studies for primary 1, 2 and 3. Then for year 4, 5 and 6, suddenly they moved to RBT. This is where there's a bit of like a jump from computer science suddenly go to RBT. When we introduce STEM to the primary school, after we started with just an after school activities, it is a good move. This is what I can say, where the computer studies subject is now changed to STEM, where we still have the computer elements inside STEM. Then after that, parents started asking, you have already introduced to my year 1, 2 and 3, what is going to happen when they go to year 4, 5 and 6? No, we cannot scrap out RBT, definitely, because we are following the national curriculum. So what we have to do is just to add in. This is what we are going to do, most probably next year, in 2022, to have STEM into the year 4, 5 and 6.
I think this comes back to our point of our ability to adapt and adapt, because we know that it is important and this is how we are able to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, we take a short break. We will be right back with our special guest. Thank you very much.